Hello, my name is Nicolás Duran de Leon, and this is my experiential audit video for the Tourism and Hospitality Management class. For this audit video, I decided to do it on a place called the Lord Mayor of Scaredy Cat Town. I know, it sounds strange, but let me get to that. This place has a very immersive and a very unique experience. It is a bar, but we will get to its unique selling points in a moment once we analyze the entire dimensions using the different frameworks that we have utilized in the class. So the first thing that we did before going to the venue is do some research. We found their website, and they actually have a very straightforward website. It shows the times that the bar is open, it shows how to book, which numbers to call, what email to address, and also it has some visuals. It has everything that the customer needs to know ahead of their visit. Now, the design, like I said, is very straightforward. There's no messing around. It's a very short page, as you can see, and it is actually under the Breakfast Club website and their page. So this means that Breakfast Club is actually the owner of this place. And the different Breakfast Club locations that exist here in London have similar bars that are underground. Now, they're not all called the Lord Mayor of Scaredy Cat Town. There's only one of a kind of that. But there are others that are very similar, and customers talk a lot about how they all have a very similar relaxing and a very similar cozy vibe and experience in their locations. Now, aside from the website, we actually looked at the customer reviews as well. Let's look a bit deeper into the reviews. With a 4.5 star rating in Google, you need to have some good, but you also need to have some bad. So let's start with that. We have two 1-star reviews that we will read over in this segment. First, we have an absolutely dreadful experience at the Lord Mayor of Scaredy Cat Town. Our group of 16 arrived at the venue, but no staff were at the door for over 10 minutes, leaving us and another group of 5 confused about how to access the speakeasy. Once seated, things only got worse. Drinks took ages, charcuterie boards never arrived, yet we were charged, and staff shrugged off mistakes. Apparently, it takes them over an hour to prepare a cheese board. There was no communication between the kitchen and the bar, and no manager on site to address the issues. After spending over £300, we left feeling ripped off. Sent a complaint email, but no response. A void for group bookings, completely unreliable and dismissive. You can tell Anna had a very bad experience. Now, going into Lizzie. Lizzie said the cocktails were good when they arrived, but the staff were hugely overwhelmed with the busyness of the bar, and the service was very slow as a result. Considering it was all pre-booked tables, this is clearly a management decision to ride a cash cow for tourists. No Londoner would ever go twice if they didn't want to die of thirst. Disappointing. From these reviews, as well as some other reviews we found on Google and TripAdvisor, we can actually see how the service is very inconsistent. Because then you have 5-star reviews, such as the one given by Robbie, who mentions, "This was the best bar I visited while in London for a week. I certainly missed many places, but the mayor hit all the marks." That's a 5-star review. We can tell that he's a tourist. In terms of more specifics, in their brand positioning in their website, the venue actually calls itself a calf. It says, "We are a calf." And I read, not a cafe, not a shop, not a branch, not a unit, not a restaurant, just a calf. There was also a time they called us a hipster hangout, but thankfully that was just a passing phase. We do not profess to being cool because we're not. We make comfort food. We make warm, fuzzy feeling in the pit of your stomach. We make is my gran in your kitchen food. We make 3-star ethically sourced, good for the planet food. Everyone is welcome. Me, your mom, your granddad, your Uncle Albert, little Johnny, and all your best pals. Everyone is welcome. At one point, we tried to save the world with varying degrees of success. But we'll leave that to Greta, as well as we feel she is doing a much better job. This is jokes. We'll stick to being a calf and supporting our local communities. Release your inner calfness. Do I really need to say much about the branding? They're branding themselves as a very cool, as a very easygoing, business and a very easygoing venue, and that is what they attract. They attract easygoing people who are looking for an easygoing time. Hello. So now we find ourselves in the street of Spitalfields. This is the Breakfast Club. It is very well known, very trendy with Gen Z and millennials because it has very American diner themed food and a restaurant. We'll look more into it later. There's a lot of people that come here, they record some videos, they enjoy their food. And anyway, let's go inside and see what secrets it hides. How are you doing? I'm good, How are you?
Good, thank you. Do you have a reservation this evening?
I'm actually here to see the mayor.
Perfect. He's very happy to see you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, if you want to follow me, I'll take you on through.
Looking at the experiential performance analysis, I have actually decided to go down the pathway of utilizing the service quality framework. First off, intangibles. We have a very strong and immersive design inside of the venue. You can feel the 1960s, 1970s American vibes with a lot of different items and decorations that really, really make you feel like you're there, like you're in a speakeasy back in that day. The dim lights, the drinks, the artistics, everything there makes you feel like you are in a completely different place than you really are. The reliability, I would say that it's moderate because it is very inconsistent. Sometimes the service has been good, sometimes the service has been bad. This is something that we see repeatedly across different reviews, across different websites, and this is something that also in a recommendation we would say this could be better. The responsiveness, it's mixed because it depends on the demand. It depends on the demand. If there's a lot of customers, if there's a lot of activity going on, perhaps we could see a drop on that, as we have seen in some of the reviews. The times that I've personally been there, it's been fantastic, but it has never been packed to the brim. Now, if it's packed to the brim, I would expect perhaps being a little bit more careful about my critical analysis, because I would understand, hey, this is not their first rodeo. They're probably not doing a good time. Assurance, good. Staff appear to be very competent, but again, it seems to be a bit inconsistent. Maybe if it's too busy, maybe if they have a bad day, it appears that this has greatly harmed the performance of many customers. In terms of empathy, they're very strong and welcome. They are very assertive as well because of the dynamic. They know what the people are there for, and they know how to do it, which is very fantastic. However, the experience so, for recommendations, we have two main Number one, the staff is consistent in delivering an excellent service without excuse. Busy, not busy, upset, happy, long day, short day, whatever it is. The customer is what matters most, and they need to put them up from the top of the priorities. So, we suggest training the staffers and the importance of delivering excellent service, as well as perhaps showing them some of these values that state that the customers have also showing them the difference and showing them the importance of having a stable, good Our second recommendation, my personal would be to go to the section of the bar. It's actually closest to the bars that you see in this video. And add jazz to their schedules. How about a jazz Wednesday? A night in which 3 to 5 jazz musicians go into this venue. They stand in this area and they perform in front of a very I believe that this would be a very strong experience for the customers because they will not have a pain noise than they usually would in a usual Why? Yes, they would get more drinks. Yes, they would be more excited. Also, the fact that the venue would be playing on the 1960s, 1970s vibe of the United States. Speaking.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
This would be in addition of their already high delivery in a unique experience, this would add on top of it. Because let's face it, a bar like this, with this design, with this vibe, with this feeling, and having a jazz band performance would actually be an excellent thing. And this could be great for the venue, this could be great for the service, this could be great for the business, this could be great for the customers. So, jazz nights, the Lord Mayor of Scaredy Cat Town, every Wednesday night. Think about it. This would be amazing. Well, now we've reached the end of the video. Thank you very much for watching, sir. I would genuinely recommend that you go visit this place. It's actually a very, very unique experience. I really liked it, and I would recommend it to anybody to go. I would love to see what you think about it. If you agree with my recommendations, if you don't, perhaps we can talk about that at some later point. But thank you very much for watching, sir, and I hope you have a great summer. I'll see you.